Listen to what this lady has to say about transgenders. And then I'm going to tell you what happened to me when I was 15 with a transgender. Because it was crazy.
Okay, continue. Jason Lee and T.S. Madison just did an interview. Okay, and what did you see from that interview?
And from what I took from it, they were talking about my friend. However,
who's your friend? What friend?
The spiritual whistleblower. They were talking about you, but they didn't use your name.
Jason Lee and T.S. Madison were talking about me. What exactly were they talking about? I'm interested.
They were talking about our last interview.
What about our last interview? Because we covered a lot in our last interview.
I don't remember. I think you was talking about something about breaking somebody back.
Oh, the buck breaking.
Something like that.
I said T.S. Madison buck breaks the men she sleeps with.
Come on.
Nicole got to play the clip so people will understand our dialogue and why I brought it up and why I said T.S. Madison. T.S. Madison came for me. T.S. Madison was on Nene Leakes' podcast talking about DL men and talking about how women should get on the HIV PrEP medication. You know, I responded, I do my TikToks and all that, and I feel that T.S. is a closeted misogynist. I feel that T.S. Madison is a sociopath with a lot of childhood trauma and psychological issues. I feel that T.S. Madison does not like women and enjoys the fact that the men that she sleeps with, she calls them straight, but they're actually straight presenting men who are actually gay. She enjoys the fact that she can send this man home to his wife after she done broke him in with her dang-a-lang. She buck breaks. And buck breaking is something that our oppressors, the slave master, did to the slaves. They took a man's manhood from him by getting him in his hole. That's buck breaking. And that's why T.S. Madison will not get the sex change, because the thing in between his legs is what gets him money and power and fame, and he's sadistic and he enjoys buck breaking straight men and turning them out. But I will reiterate again, I will double down. I still feel that T.S. Madison buck breaks the men that she sleeps with, and because she has sex tapes out there. I'm gonna be very classy. I'm gonna try to be classy, because if my mouth
That's what I be saying. That's me.
T.S. Madison has sex tapes out there where she is dominating. She's playing the dominatrix role and dominating the men. They're in bondage. They got to bow down to her while she bangs them out. She's saying things psychologically, So, I said buck breaking, by the way, for those that don't know, back in the slavery times, the white slave masters used sexual violence against the black slaves, and they raped them. They did. So it was to dehumanize and emasculate the black slave in front of their wives and children. So it's a psychological breaking down of a man, destroys a man's manhood. I said T.S. Madison is a buck breaker because the results are the same, even though it's consensual. So when you saw the Jason Lee, T.S. Madison interview, what were they saying? What did they derive from our video, from the discussion we were having?
You interview me now?
I'm just asking.
Due to the patriarchy that we live under, which is the overrule of the white patriarchy, the white man, the overseer, the slave master, the Edomite, the Roman, Greek, whatever they got going on, boy lovers, this is allowed. Okay? This also too is allowed. Your women shall be whores, and your men will be broken. So when our communities are like this, just know this also lives in our community. There are men that have been basically broken and do these things and learn the ways of the devil and oppressor and do them and exercise these acts. So that brings in more and more sick, negative energy. And they live their lives like this. This is their lives. They live like this. Let's continue.
I'm mad because I want to be classy about this because I don't want TS trying to say, no, we're having intelligent dialogues, darling.
Now I wanna be respectful. I don't know to call.
Yeah, this is a sensitive topic.
Call her she. So
right?
She can't say you're misgendering
So
her. She looks for stuff to fucking pick apart.
Right.
Not today, honey, you're not.
She said that
144.
She disagrees with your.
Well, before she disagreed, did she call me out of my name?
No.
She didn't call me a hoe?
I don't remember. Well, she didn't call you. She didn't use your name, so we don't know who she was talking about, right?
Well,
but
she referenced our video.
I put two and two together. So yeah, she did say that hoe, but it's just
the
like,
hoe is me. She called me a hoe. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah, and then she kind of denied whatever we said or whatever you said.
Yeah, she said buck breaking. I don't buck break because this is just me paraphrasing, not quote unquote, because the men she dates or deals with romantically consent to her doing what she does to them. And I'm going to double down and say no. Whether it's consensual or not, the end results are the same. T.S. Madison plays a dominatrix role with the men she sleeps with. They have to bow down to her. They have to be subservient. She has to dominate them.
Are these straight men?
Straight presenting. That have wives and girlfriends at home. Yes.
Straight presenting means that they present straight to the
world, and they're masculine, very masculine,
right.
But in the dark, they're dealing with transgender women and keeping it a secret. So T.S. Madison, let me explain something, honey. When you get done doing what you do with that man, he may not say it to you, but he feels shame. He feels dehumanized, emasculated, and that's why you will always be hidden in the dark. He will not hold hands with you in the daylight, walking down the streets. He will keep you in the darkness because you have bitched him out. You put him in a subservient position, even though it's for a quick nut. And what do they call this with men? A post-clarity nut. Once the nut is out the way, all their sense comes back. Like, what the fuck am I? What am I doing? Why am I here? They do this with women, too. Oh, I don't like her. Yeah, it was cool in the moment. I don't like this bitch. Let me get up out of here. Post-clarity nut. When he comes to his senses and he realizes he laid up with you,
he going back to his wife.
Out of here and go back to my woman.
Mm-hmm.
And he's disgusted with himself, even though it was for a few moments of pleasure. He feels less of a man when he's with you because he has to reduce himself. I've seen your sex tapes and how you talk to these men and degrade them and dehumanize them while you're pounding them out. That is a slave master role. You are grooming these men. You can delude yourself, but that's the truth. That is buck breaking, consensual or not. The end result is the same. The man walks away dehumanized, emasculated, and shamed. That's why you will always be a secret, a fetish, a kink, and he will keep you in the dark. If anyone exposes it, violence will occur.
Yep.
Unfortunately, whether it's you or the woman, violence will occur. He cannot have the secret exposed.
Ever.
So it is buck breaking. And to back up my theory with facts, there is a documentary that was released in 2021 by Tariq. Shout out to Tariq Nasheed. The DVD documentary is called Buck Breaking, and you can stream it on Amazon Prime or you can buy the DVD. Everything I said can be verified in that documentary.
Right.
What T.S. Madison does, and I will double down, is buck breaking, even if it's consensual, because he finds pleasure, even if it's his first time. You're still grooming and breaking him in. But when he walks away after that nut, that post-clarity, he comes to his senses like, oh shit, I cannot ever let anyone know this is happening. I gotta go back home. And that's why the men beat on the women and they lash out. Men are murdering their mothers now. They lash out at their loved ones around them because it's misplaced anger from being up with you.
With sodomites.
Okay, so he's shamed. He seeks gratification from you as a kink, but he has to reduce himself to a bitch to get that nut. You make him feel less than a man. That is emasculation, dehumanization. It's psychological. So that's what I meant by buck breaking. Even though it's consensual and the slave master, and they do it in prison. They buck break in prison.
Yep,
and the man come home and go home to his girl.
Yep, and act crazy.
Fraternities and gangs. Let's not pretend we don't know what buck breaking is. It's been going on for centuries. What's happening now, the white man don't have to do it no more because he's trained the black man to do it to his own community.
Yep.
And you're a hit dog hollering, and that's why you and Jason had this conversation about me and couldn't get past the conversation without calling me a hoe and disrespecting me. But you know I'm right. You's a hit dog hollering, and I'll just leave it at that.
Yep. And we're gonna leave it there.
Pick up the documentary by Tariq Nasheed. It's called Buck Breaking, and it will back everything up I said with facts. Let's move on, shall we? And I'm going to blow the whistle on that.
Period. She is diagnosed with pattern recognition autism, but at the same time, shit, I might have it too, because once you see things, you either can see how far they about to use. Well, once I see something, I can tell in which direction it's about to go. In the end all, say all, be all, what's how it's gonna end. I also can see what led up to that. She sees the patterns and behavioral things or things like that and picks up on it and can tell you. So it's all in all the same. But what we are saying is this. Being transgender is a mental issue, a mental sickness. They put people in hospitals, Bellevue, in dungeons for that shit, with the 1500s, 1800s, whatever they put them in there. They lock people up for being like that, for wanting to cut their body part off because they wanted to be a different sex. That is a sickness. And now here they just walk around celebrating this big shoulder back men look like linebackers walking around in society, roid raging up on women and doing all kind of, and then also tricking men that think that's a woman, that's straight men too. Like, oh, that's a man. I've seen niggas' face get pale after seeing, and me being like, that's a man. They being like, what? Like, yeah, that's sick. That's sick. And all they are is glorified sodomite cross-dresser demons. Come for me if you want to. I don't care. I said what I said. Ain't nothing right about it. You ain't transformed into nothing yet. You still got yo thick between your legs. Long as you got that, you's a man. And you are a Baphomet symbolism, because you're walking around with a penis and you're walking around with breasts. So that definitely would paint you as I look at it, the goat. You represent the goat. When I see transgenders, I see the goat. That Baphomet thing with the hand up and the hand down. Also, when I was little, we was in Tower City, downtown Cleveland. I was 15. We went into the music store. I can't remember the name. It was very popular at the time. And it was a man in there dressed as a woman. And it was jarring. It did something to my spirit. I never seen nothing like that. I had seen regular gay people, whatever, men, hey girl, or girls that dress like guys. But I had never seen a man dressed in full garb as a woman, with heels, lipstick, makeup, everything, boobs, and just stockings. And I was like, oh my God, I was with my friends, and I was like, oh my God, that's a man. And the thing heard me and I ran. Okay, I took off running. It chased me. It didn't catch me though. But I was like traumatized after that shit. Like, oh hell no. I was traumatized. I never wanted to be around them things. I can't do it. Something in my soul and my spirit just will not let me around a transgender. I can't do it. A transformer. I don't know. But I start freaking the hell out. I do. Because it's not right. And that's really one that I wanted to say. I know it was a lot of sensitive things that she had said, and maybe y'all couldn't handle her speech, but she was straightforward, and I kind of believe in that. Like, just get to the point, just get to the blood and bone of it, because who got time to be playing some games? Get to the point of the matter. And the point of the matter is, them things want to replace real women. And a lot of men are down for it. And society is being ruled by these types of people who get off on this type of situations, and they are ruling over us. And they doing shit to little people too, but we ain't gonna talk about that. This place gotta go, man. It's Sodomite City, baby. It gotta burn. You can't, this ain't real. This is hell. We living in hell when things like this walk around and people just, all of this is hell. Why y'all can't see that? Hell. Sodom and Gomorrah is hell. It has to die. It has to burn. That's sick. We living back in slavery on a plantation, but upgraded. I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all have a blessed day. Keep the faith. And I want to give all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.